That is one big tower. Well, time to do a gearless run. This is actually one of the smallest towers in the game. Essentially, they're just like challenges that the game wants you to do. Yeah, these are just like challenges to test your skill. I'm doing gearless, which means you can't use zip lines or gloves or any sort of tools that like enhance your movement. There we go. Yeah, some of these parts are very particular in how the... Can you... There we go. And also the way your camera faces absolutely matters in this game. Like, if you're trying to do a wall boost, you have to look up. And like, you have to do the charge. Like, you see that green bar? That's your charge. And now this part's tricky. What the game wants you to do is sort of just come up here, you know, and zip line up, right? Which is easy, but I'm not going to be doing that. So I'm going to take this off, and as you can see, I have nothing equipped. I have nothing equipped. What you need to do, because you cannot make this up by yourself. You just can't. The button will still show to interact with the zip lines. You just cannot do it, because obviously I don't have it equipped. So you have to do a pogo, which is a tech in this game, which essentially, what you need to do is, as this game has a sort of grace period, like when you jump over a ledge, where you can sort of run in the air, and whilst you're running in the air, sort of like a grace period of, you know, before you, to do a pogo, you sort of need to wall run on a downwards momentum, and then as you get to the bottom, like around here, the action itself has to be a double tap motion of the spacebar, so essentially, there we go. Oh, but I missed. There we go. Fuck, I missed. There we go. Fourth time's the charm. Now this part, really easy. You just kind of have to know where you're going. Now this is tricky the first time. You may get lost. But essentially, yeah. Now I'm not doing any sort of special speed run or anything. This is purely just me playing the game how I usually would. So there's nothing like crazy going on here. Now just make it through here. Now this part looks tricky, but you see those launch pads? You see those crash pads down there? You can actually not do that. I completely fucked. What you have to do is you have to control your landing. So you hold your descend and the spacebar to stabilize your fall. Because if you don't stabilize your fall, and descend, by the way, is like your rolling button. I have it binding to shift. You have to hold descend and like jump at the same time to stabilize your fall. If you don't, you'll just die anyway, whether you hit the crash pads or not. You kind of have to play the game to know it. I'd recommend either playing it yourself. I have, let's see, I have 36 hours in this game, so I'm not, you know, an expert or anything, but I do have, like, the minimum experience to be considered, like, your average, decent player. You know? Like, I know the basic movements, I know tech, I know stuff that you should just know. Through the vents here, this is sort of like a mini maze. Now, you don't have to worry about which door you pick here, they both lead to the same place. This will stump new players. This had me dying a lot when I was new to this tower. But it's really just as simple as that. You know, when you sort of know the layout. But I would recommend taking that part slow on your first time through. Now, just come through... Okay, wrong way. Come through here. Up here. I said... Okay, there we go. Up here. Now, do not fall. You have to jump across these ceiling lights. Down here. Then onto these crash pads. Now, I did a little trick there, where you sort of start to roll, and then you jump right as you land, so it sort of cancels the landing animation, just speeds you up a little bit. Okay, let's go into third person here. What can I do? I know this is possible because I've done it before, no shit, but... Ah, there we go. Okay, so I had to do like a wall climb to wall run, wall kick bullshit. You just have to learn how to like string your moves together. That's really the only way to get really like actually good at this game. Is you have to sort of combo your moves. You have to do like a combination of things in like fairly quick succession to have a chance of doing any of these. Now these towers are, you know, deceiving because so I'm just thinking, why am I going down? Well, you know, sort of like real life, sometimes you have to go down to get back up, you know? So there's a checkpoint there. New checkpoint means you know you're making progress. Oh, I didn't quite get the trick done there. Now this part will screw you sideways if you don't know what you're doing. Now, I've actually forgotten the route I take, but I'm just going to go by what I can see here. I'm just going to go by my instincts of what they're telling me. Oh, you see that? You see that? Like how I sort of jumped higher in midair. That was a result of 1P. Well, not a 1P. Well, not a full 1P. Just but coyote time. It lets you jump again. A 1P is when you sort of utilize that and you sort of go flying. I can maybe show that later. But there we go. Now there's usually materials here. First time. Wait, what is this? Oh, this is nothing. Just a room. Could be unfinished. I don't know, or forgotten. And you just come through here. But yeah, 1P is essentially utilize the coyote time, and it sort of sends you flying as like a launch glitch, but not really a glitch. It's just part of the movement. Now, yes. You have to take the lift. Now, this part is tricky, because you have to come around the outside, you see. And if you fall, well, you know, I don't think I have to tell you that would not be very pleasant. But it's quite easy when you sort of know how to do it. Just come up here. Anyways, you come through here. Now you have to pay attention. Yeah, so you have to come up this way. So you have to do this. A little bit of this. Oh, that was close. And then I think you come this way. Yep, you do. See that ladder? There we go. Oh, what the f... The game didn't register my input and it didn't, Wait, what the hell? I got it anyway? But essentially that's the tower. And you want to activate these if it's your first time. And you can climb this to the very tippy top. You can get like a cool picture or whatever. This is what everyone likes doing. They like coming to the very, very top of the tower. Yeah, essentially this was Vertigo.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
I've done every other tower in the game. So I've done this one over here. This is Zephyr. This one is hell. Like, look how tall this... You can see how completed it because I have the time trial in there. And you have to unlock time trials before you can actually teleport to them. This was Vertigo. A fairly easy tower for this game. But yeah, that was Vertigo. Thanks for watching. See ya.